So page 26 on the job number 1, converting temperatures. Converting temperatures requires the use of a formula. Now you have your purple formula sheet, and here we got a plan to visit New York City, and the temperatures read the average low temperature for January is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. And we want to figure out what does that equal to Celsius, because we don't deal with Fahrenheit here very often, so we don't really have a sense. How cold is 26? Is 26 cold? Or is 26 nice? 26 Fahrenheit. That's cold. So how cold is it? Now if you go to your formula sheet, if you click on your formula sheet in the bottom left-hand corner, of your formula sheet is temperature. And one of them says F equals for Fahrenheit equals, and one of them says C equals for Celsius equals. Maybe you want to put a note on your formula sheet for the one that says F equals. If it says F equals, that one you're going to use to find Fahrenheit when you know Celsius. So if you know the temperature in Celsius and want to find out what it is in Fahrenheit, you'll use the formula that says F equals. Thank you. If you want to find what it is in Celsius, when you know the Fahrenheit. So if you know the Fahrenheit temperature and you want to find Celsius, you're going to use the formula that says Celsius equals. If you want to find the Fahrenheit temperature and you know what it is in Celsius, then you'll use the one Celsius equals. So for our question here, I'm going to make this small. We can read it later if we need to. There's our formula sheet. I'll make this small, this little note small, so we can read it later if we need to. And that one really tiny. There we go. If you miss those notes, you can copy them on the internet. Just zoom in 1,000,000 times. Or rewind. That would work too. So now, we have the temperature in Fahrenheit. We want to find the temperature in Celsius. So first of all, we're going to choose the formula that says Celsius equals 5/9, and then it says Fahrenheit minus 32, but instead of, this is how the formula looks on your formula sheet, but instead of writing the F, we're going to replace that with 26, because we know that it's 26 in Fahrenheit, and we want to find out what that is in Celsius. So we go to our calculator and type this in exactly as it looks. 5 divided by 9, bracket 26 minus 32. So hopefully you have a calculator that you can see that and type that in exactly. And we find out that it's negative 3.3 repeated degrees. So anytime that we want to find Celsius and we know Fahrenheit, we'll use the one that Celsius is equal, because then we can plug it in. In part B, we want to find the Fahrenheit and we know the Celsius. We'll go to our formula sheet and we'll write out the formula. It is 9/5 times C plus 32 But now instead of the C, we know the temperature is -7.
If all classes would just take a moment to please do their Terry Fox donations. There will be someone that will be coming around to your class to collect the donations in about 5-10 minutes or so. Thank you.
Mr. JR, you need to donate some too.
Yes. So 9/5 times -7. And again, type this in exactly as you see it, plus 32. And we get that the Fahrenheit for this would be 19.4 degrees Fahrenheit. The question was, if the average low was -7, what would that be in Fahrenheit? And so we've got two formulas on our formula sheet. One of the things that's really helpful is when you plug in a number, put it in brackets. I should do this on the last one. When we plugged in the 26, I just put it in there. You could put it in an extra set of brackets if you would like. And then you can type it into your calculator exactly the way that you see it in one step and get the answer. You'll notice on the solution, they worked out the brackets first, and then they solved it right here. They said 26 minus 32 is equal to -6. They did step by step. But if you have a good calculator, you can type it in all at once and figure it out. Yes? Yeah. Okay. So if you were able to do your calculator, no problem. Here again is the solution that we figured out already. So Mary's got a plant as a gift. It needs to be kept between 50 and 85 Fahrenheit. Will it survive if the temperature ranges from 6 degrees to 25 degrees? So we want to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we're going to look for the formula that says Celsius equals 5/9 Fahrenheit minus 32. So what we're going to do to figure out what 50 degrees Fahrenheit is, we're going to change the F to 50 and type this all into our calculator all at once. 5 divided by 9, bracket, 50 minus 32, bracket, enter, and we find out that that is 10 degrees Celsius. If we figure out the other one, 85, and we want to figure out how much is 85 in Celsius. 5 divided by 9, bracket, 85 minus 32, bracket, 29.4. So if the outside temperature ranges from 6 to 25, will it survive? Well, it says it only survives between 50, which is 10, and 85, which is 29.4. If it goes down to 6, then your plant's going to die. But it would have been fine going up to 25. Because the temperatures that it can range to, we changed 50, we find out is 10, 85, we find out is 29.4, but our temperatures get too cold, so in this case, it wouldn't survive. Yes? Next week, October 1st, yes.